Todd Young Online presents Young Tales. Tales for the young and the young at heart. Today's story, Bulfinch's Mythology, King Arthur and His Knights, Episode 6, Caradoc and the Serpent's Curse. Boom, 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 boom. In the days when Arthur ruled from his throne in Camelot and the knights of the Round Table rode forth in glory, there lived a youth of noble heart named Caradoc, the son of Isen, Arthur's fair niece. He was strong of arm, true of word, and known for his laughter and courage. Yet he did not know who his father was, nor the strange fate that waited for him. It happened that on the day when Arthur held a great feast to knight It happened that, on the day when Arthur held a great feast to knight the young Caradoc, a stranger entered the hall. A tall knight clad in black, his eyes burning beneath his helm. He strode before the king and cried out, "Lords of the Round Table, I bring a challenge. Let any knight who can strike off my head with this sword..." Let me try that again. "Lords of the Round Table, I bring a challenge. Let any knight strike off my head with this sword, and if I live, he shall kneel in turn, and I shall strike him in a year and a day." The court was still. Even Sir Kay, ever quick of tongue, hesitated. Then Caradoc rose, his voice steady. "I will take the challenge, not as one of the best, but as one of the boldest and most foolish." The stranger knelt upon the block. With one stroke, Caradoc smote, and the head rolled from his shoulders. But the body rose, took up the head, placed it back upon its neck. The stranger turned, smiling grimly. "I am well pleased. In 1 year and 1 day I shall return to claim my stroke." And so he departed, leaving all the hall in dread. When the appointed day came, Arthur's court gathered once more. The stranger appeared, calm and terrible, his sword in hand. Arthur and all his knights begged him for mercy. Caradoc knelt before him without flinching. "Strike swiftly, sir, and end this waiting. I am ready." The knight swung the sword, but the blow fell softly, flat against Caradoc's neck. The stranger laughed, cast his helm, and spoke, "Rise, my son. I am Ilaris, your father, and I have tested your courage and your faith. You are worthy of my name." The hall erupted in joy, and Arthur himself embraced the young knight. But the favor of enchanters, as Merlin has warned, is fleeting, and soon would turn to sorrow. Sometime after Ilarius, we're going to call him Elias, fell under the spell of a wicked woman, jealous of Caradoc's honor. She whispered venom into the enchanter's ear and persuaded him to place a living serpent upon his son's arm. At her command, the creature twined itself about the flesh and sank its fangs deep, feeding on his blood. No charm could loosen it, no magic break its hold. The pain was beyond words, and the proud young knight, once bold and laughing, grew pale and hollow-eyed. He was now called Caradoc Briefbras, Caradoc of the Shrunken Arm. Caradoc was betrothed to Guimier, the sister of his friend Sir Cador, and daughter to the King of Cornwall. When she learned of his suffering, she set out with her brother to find him, saying, "I shall see him again, for better or for worse, in life or in death." When they reached his castle at Nantes, they found the doors barred and the halls empty. Caradoc, ashamed of his withered arm, had fled to a hermitage deep in the woods. Sir Cador swore a vow before the king's altar that he would not rest till his friend was found. For many months he searched through storm and silence until one night, by the glow of a hermit's fire, he found him at last. Caradoc lay upon a bed of straw, his face pale as moonlight. The serpent still coiled about his arm, its scales dark with blood. "By heaven, what deviltry is this?" Cador said. Leave me, brother. I am cursed beyond hope. This creature is my doom. The Cador, heartbroken, returned to Illyria, that dude, and demanded the cure. The enchanter, remorseful, revealed the only way. 2 vessels must be prepared, one filled with sour wine, the other with milk. Caradoc shall stand in the wine up to his neck, and a maiden equal in birth and beauty, who loves him more than her life, must stand in the milk beside him, her breast bare, to draw the serpent forth. As it crosses between them, a knight must strike and cut it in twain. If he fails, she will bear the curse instead. When Guimier heard this, she did not hesitate. I will do it. I would rather die with him than live without him. 2 great vessels were brought into the hall, one of wine, one of milk. Caradoc stepped into the first, trembling, and Guimier into the second. She called to the serpent, Hey, daddy. Come then, creature, take your fill of me, if by it he may live. The serpent lifted its head, its tongue flickering, and slowly uncoiled from Caradoc's arm. It crept toward Guimier, sliding through the air between them. And as it crossed the space, Cador's sword flashed. The serpent fell in 2, writhing, and was no more. Caradoc sank to his knees, his arm free at last. Its shape was forever withered, but his strength returned and his spirit with it. And so, for her courage and her love, Guimier was praised as the truest lady in Arthur's realm, and Caradoc's name was honored among the greatest knights of the Round Table. Years later, at Christmastide in Carlisle, King Arthur held a feast of mirth and song. Then, as the laughter rang, a strange boy entered the hall, bright-eyed with the mantle of wondrous colors folded beneath his arm. God save thee, King Arthur and Guinevere, thy queen, the boy said mischievously. I bring you a gift, a mantle enchanted. Let every lady in this hall try it on, for only the faithful shall wear it fittingly. Each lady came forth in turn, and the mantle betrayed them all. Queen Guinevere's hem tore and shrank. The wives of noble knights found it too short or too long, the colors shifting from gold to black. At last, Lady Guimier, wife of Caradoc, stepped forward, calm and unafraid. Lie still, fair mantle. I have done one wrong, a kiss beneath the greenwood tree before I was wed, and none since. The mantle shimmered gold and lay upon her as though woven by angels. All the court applauded, and Arthur himself rose smiling. Here stands the truest heart in Britain. May God send such constancy to all lovers. So ends the tale of Caradoc of the Shrunken Arm, whose courage was tested by enchantment and whose love was proven by pain. In a realm of giants and dragons, it was not might that made him noble, but the faith of a woman who dared to stand beside him. And here's where we end for today. Young Tales is produced and narrated by Todd Young from Todd Young Online. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and join us next time for another story. Thank you for your support.